Hi class, my name is Leslie Martin and I am going to be speaking on my problem solving speech today. The topic that I had chosen for this speech is the topic of bullying, and I chose this topic because I think that today many people think that bullying doesn't necessarily happen, but it's actually the complete opposite of that. Given all of the technology and different means that we have of communicating, there's this new thing called cyberbullying that has become very prevalent in today's society. If you walk into your local mall and you do a lap around all the stores, you will see that almost every teenager has an iPhone or some kind of smartphone or tablet in their hand. And with that comes social media. And social media has taken the teenage world by storm, and their cyberbullying is so prevalent on there. So I wanted to speak today on the fact that bullying is not a thing of the past. It is something that needs to be addressed and people need to be well informed on, and that is my goal. Can you imagine getting a phone call that your 15-year-old child had shot himself because he was getting made fun of or picked on at school? Well, unfortunately, this phone call was a reality for Brad Lewis of Collinsville, Illinois. He received a phone call from his ex-wife in October 2013 saying that their 15-year-old son had written a suicide note due to all of the bullying that he faced at school, and he felt like he was hopeless and helpless, and he was so hurt by the situation that he wrote his parents a suicide note blaming bullying, and then he shot himself. It's realities like these that have woken me up to the fact that bullying is not just something that you read about or that you see in the movies. It's something that ruins and devastates children, teenagers, and even some adults' lives. Some bullying statistics that I found online are that nearly 1 in 3 students report being bullied in the past school year. 19.6 of high school students report being bullied. 14.8 of those report being bullied online, which is now called, we have coined the term, cyberbullying. And the most staggering and heartbreaking statistic to me is that 64% of those bullied never report it. Some reasons that people are bullied: 55% report that it's due to their looks and appearances. 37% report their body type and body shape. 16% report their race or ethnicity. All of these reasons are superficial reasons, or reasons that people can't control, whether it be health problems or their body image, things that teenagers and children struggle with as they're developing anyways. These are all very sensitive topics that adolescents deal with as they're growing up, and to be bullied over them can be very detrimental and damaging, both psychologically, emotionally, and physically to those who are bullied. I found some statistics online. This is a graph showing the duration of how long those who reported that they were bullied, how long they were bullied. 41% reported that they were bullied for months. 18% reported that they were bullied for weeks or for days. 12% reported that only once they were bullied. And 11% reported that for years they were bullied. The cause and effect that bullying can have, the most prevalent one would be depression. Depression is often linked to those who are bullied. They're at a much higher risk for suffering from depression, and along with depression often comes anxiety, and anxiety can be shown in many different forms depending on the person. In some research I found online, Anxiety can come in the form of sleep difficulty or acting out in class, a lack in behavioral performance and academic performance, not really caring about school at all, and just overall anxiety. Um, Depression leads to anxiety, and it's very detrimental to a child who is developing and trying to figure out their place in this world and who they are while they're being bullied by someone. And the most heartbreaking cause and effect through the research that I conducted is suicide. There was a staggering amount, as I opened with the story of the boy who shot himself. There's a staggering amount of stories of children who felt so hopeless and helpless and hurt from being bullied that they felt their only way out was to take their own lives. The significance of this topic is that bullying has become such a widespread issue today. And as I touched on, that's partly due to the explosion of technology and social media and how accessible everything is, how quick everything is, and how bullies don't need to bully face to face anymore. They can hide behind a computer screen. They don't even have to meet you, and they can bully you. And another big factor in bullying is today's society and the pressure that children and adolescents and teens the pressure that is put upon them to be perfect or be skinny or be pretty. I know many girls, I've talked to many young teenage girls who feel that they're pressured to be this perfect, whatever society has made that, this perfect girl, whatever Instagram they see or whatever they see on Facebook of the prettiest girl, they need to look like her, and being bullied, being made fun of or picked on for their weight or for their appearances, that breaks a child, that damages them emotionally and psychologically in ways that will affect them far beyond just their adolescent years. That could cause damage that is irreversible. And that's why I think that we need to take a stand. The biggest solution that I can think of, and through my research, is when you see something, say something. If you see a bullying someone and you see the victim and you don't say anything, you are enabling. You might as well be the bully because you're not taking a stand for what's right. You can't just sit back and let it happen and watch it and not take a stand. As I said, that's just enabling the bully and what he's doing. Another key thing that we can do to help prevent bullying is parental control. As I touched on with cyberbullying, just monitoring what your kids, their usage on technology, and maybe giving them a time frame, or maybe you can create an account where you can monitor their activity, and just being mindful of the scary world that the internet is, and just trying to have a little parental control over the situation. In closing, I just wanted to reiterate that bullying, it happens every day, and it happens around us, and we need to keep our eyes peeled for this awful, tragic situation that happens all the time. And as I said, we need to take a stand, and if you see something, you do need to say something. And more importantly, once you say something, you need to get help for those involved, for those who have been bullied and for those who do the bullying, because both are suffering and both are hurting and both do need professional and psychological attention. The purpose of this speech was to better inform you guys, and I hope that you feel that you have a better grasp on how prevalent cyberbullying and face-to-face bullying is, not just in children and teenagers, but I'm sure it happens in the workplace as adults. And for us, I just encourage you all to take a stand. And if you see something, say something, get help, let them know that you're there, that if they need a friend or someone to talk to, that you are there and that you want to help. Thank you.